part 6 of my 7-part guitar tutorial series, where I teach you all the guitar parts found in the Festival de Budú promotional campaign by Pepsi Chile, released in early 2015. In this video, we'll be looking at the progressions found in the video titled The Fan Festival, where it takes place somewhere in the city of Santiago, Chile, in front of literal fans. Literally. Just nothing but people surrounding Rafael Budú somewhere in Santiago, Chile. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere in the city. Anyway, without wasting any more time, let us begin the video. So again, for the basics of this video, you just need your guitar in standard tuning, and you will not need a capo. And if you guys want to check out my my playlist of my Festival de Budú guitar tutorial series, you can click up here in the tab up here to check it out. Anyway, let's jump into the video. All right, so for this first progression, we're going to start off on a C minor chord. So it's a bar chord, so index finger will bar the 3rd fret of the A string to the high E. Your middle finger is going to hit the 4th fret of the B. Your ring finger is going to go on the 5th fret of the D, and then your middle finger is going to go underneath that on the 4th fret G. You do not want to hit the low E. One trick you can do is lightly touch the low E string with your index finger. That way it won't ring out. So there's your C minor. Then we're going to go to a B flat. Same shape as the C minor. We're going to bump it up 3 frets. We're going to move everything up 1 string. So now we're on the 6th, 7th, and 8th frets. There's our B flat. Then we're going to go to an A flat. Again, same shape as the B flat. We're going to bump it down 2 frets. So now we're on the 4th, 5th, and 6th frets. And those are our 3 chords for this first progression. So this is how the progression is going to go. We're going to start on our C minor. Then we're going to go to our B flat. Then we're going to go into our A flat. And then we're going to go back to our C minor. And we're going to repeat that progression through 4 times. But the second time around when we play that, we're going to be playing the C minor a bit differently. So for the second time around, we're going to be hitting the C minor with down strums for 3 times. So it's going to be... And then for the 4th time, we're just going to be doing that 2 times. So... And then we end on our C minor for that progression. For our strumming pattern, we're going to be using a simple down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So with all that put together, the first progression will go something like this. Next progression we get into, we're going to start on a G chord, or we're going to be strumming that with a down, up, and then on the next down, we're going to go to our D chord, just strumming it. So we have down, up, down. Then we're going to go back to our G chord. We'll be strumming out with a down, down, up, down. So with the down, down, up, we're going to be playing just the third, second, and the open D strings. So it's going to go down, down, up. And then on the down, we're just going to strum the whole G chord. So that's... Then we're going to do the same thing for our D chords. That will be strumming the D, G, and B strings with the same down, down, up. So it's... And then we strum our D chord. So that is down, up, down. Then with our middle finger, we're going to hit the 3rd fret of the low E. We'll be plucking that with a down pluck. Let that ring out. Then we're going to be going to an E major, and we're going to be doing this practically the same thing we did for the G and D strings. Instead, we're going to be strumming the E, A, and D strings with a down, down, down. And then on the next down, we're going to be strumming just our E chord. And then we end it all on a D chord. We just strum it. So with all that put together, the next progression will go something like this. Next progression we get into is basically a short progression that follows by the next progression. So for this one, we're just going to be strumming 3 chords. It's just our G, then we go to an A chord, and then our D chord. And that's all, and it will go something like... Then after that progression, then we get into this one. So we're going to go on our G chord. Then we go to an A chord. Then we go to an E. And then we go D. And then A. We'll be using the same strumming pattern we used in the first progression, which is the down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up strumming pattern. However, we go to our D chord, we strumming that for just the down strum. Same thing for our A chord. So with all that put together, the next progression will go something like this. Next progression we get into, we're going to go to a G chord, then an A chord, then B7, then E, then D, D again, then G, G again, D, and then end on G. So for this one, after we go to our B7, our E chord, we're strumming it for a down, up, down. Then we'll play our D for a full strumming pattern. Then we'll play it for half the strumming pattern, and then our G for the other half of the strumming pattern. Then we just strum the G for one down strum twice, and then we go down strum on our D, and then end on our G chord. So with all that put together, this progression now will go something like this. And finally, we get to our last progression of today's video. So for this progression now, we're going to be starting on an A chord. And then we go to our E chord. For our A chord, we're strumming it for 2 full strumming patterns. And our E chord, we're strumming it for a down, up, down, up, down strumming pattern. Then we're going to be going to our A chord for a full strumming pattern, E for a full strumming pattern. Then we're going to go to an F sharp minor this time, and we're going to be strumming it for a down, up, down, up, down. Then we go to D, and then E. Then we go A for a full strumming pattern, E for a full strumming pattern. Then we're going to be muting the strings for 1/2 of the down up strumming pattern, so just the first half of the down up. Then for the other half, we're going to be going to a C sharp minor, so same shape as our C minor, we're just bumping up 1 more fret. So there's our C sharp minor, and we're not going to be hitting again the low E this time. So play that for the other half of the strumming pattern. Then we go to our D chord for 1/2 of the down up strumming pattern. Then E chord, just strumming it once. And then we go A for full strumming pattern, E for full strumming pattern, then D, then E, and then A for a full strumming pattern. Then for our E chord, we'll be strumming it for 6 down strums, so. And then we end on our A chord. So with all that put together, the last progression will go something like this. And that ends the 6th video there. Alright guys, so I'm going to be doing a full progression of all of the progressions, and I'm going to be trying to sing them because I can't play the videos here because it's going to be copyrighted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try singing all the progressions. So feel free to play this back as many times as you want to practice play along to and see how you go. Ha llegado el momento que tuviste todo año, a tu familia y amigos, no tenías aquel mal año. Oh, date spam, los amigos respétalo ya, y para que ya está, para ser un grande jueguito famoso ya. Quisiera ser de vuelta tu vida, saber dónde está tu ropa, saber que vamos a ver. Saber que tu alma se no me. that will end part 6 of the series here. Remember, if you want to check out a video from my YouTube channel, click over here. If you want to view the Festival de Budú series, click over here. If you want to subscribe to my channel, click over right here, the center, like somewhere right here. So, video from my YouTube channel, Festival de Budú series, and if you want to subscribe. Hello there.